My name is Alex Fennel, and this is my final product for SC575. For my final project, I built a sports betting website that is peer-to-peer and uses Bitcoin as a form of currency. Before I get into demoing my application, I'd like to quickly first go over why I built the application in the way that I did. If you look on the left-hand side of the screen here, this is how a traditional sports betting platform works, where if you have two users each wanting to make a $100 bet, one on the Patriots, one on the Eagles, there's a third-party intermediary or a sports betting platform that handles these transactions. Now, what they do is the sports betting platform takes a 10% fee on every winner's payout. And they do this because, say, you have $4 million bet on the Patriots and only $2 million bet on the Eagles. Depending on how that game goes, that sports betting platform could either make or lose a lot of money. And them taking that 10% fee on the payouts basically ensures in the long run that they're profitable. If you look on the right-hand side of the screen, this is how my sports betting platform works. And it's peer-to-peer. And what I mean by that is in order for bets to go through, there needs to be an equal matching of the opposite bet. So if a user wants to make a $100 bet on the Patriots, there has to be another user that wants to make a $100 bet on the Eagles. Because of this one-to-one matching from the sports betting platform's perspective, they're guaranteed to make money as long as there's volume, as long as there's using the platform, they're going to make money. And they make money by charging a 2% fee on every winner's payout. And because we're only charging a 2% fee on the payouts, we can give the users more money, which gives a user an incentive to use the platform. And if you think about an 8% increase in the payout for every single bet over the long run, that leads to much more money for the user and more likely to basically beat the system and actually make money sports betting. So now that I've explained why I built the application in the way I did, let's go into a demo. Okay, so let's get started with the demo. This is the splash page for BetMaster, just kind of outlining some of the main features. It's basically a welcome page with a contact section. So if you're a new user, you click this Get Started button, and I'm going to create a new user for the demo here. So then this brings you to your a page to initialize your profile. It generates a Bitcoin wallet for you. The Bitcoin wallet is represented in this QR code. It's also, the address is also right here. So you can send Bitcoin to this address from whatever exchange you buy and sell Bitcoin on. I'm going to skip this for now and go to the main page here. So this is where it gives you your betting lines and the available games to bet on. I don't have the live betting on live games available yet. If you go to upcoming games, so the first available game here, Minnesota Vikings, Seattle Seahawks at 8:15. If we look here, Minnesota Vikings, Seattle Seahawks at 8:15. So I'm not going to bet on this game right now because I don't have any Bitcoin in my account. What I'm going to do is log into a different account that I know has Bitcoin in it real quick. So I'm going to bet on this same game right here. So this is a bet page to bet on a game. Here we have the Vikings versus the Seahawks, and the even spread is 3. So because this is peer-to-peer, a potential problem that may arise is that some people may not get their bets matched. So if you are trying to get your bet match at 3, what you can do, you can move your line at 3.5 or 2.5, or I have it plus or minus 2 points, and you can be more likely to get your bet match depending on which line you choose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a bet at 3.5 on the Minnesota Vikings. So I'm going to choose Minnesota Vikings. The spread is plus 3.5. It tells me my max bet. So I'm going to put $2 on Minnesota Vikings. Tells me my payout, and I'm going to hit place bet. And it populates this table here. It says bet pending. It's added to the queue. And right now it's just waiting for a bet to match it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in on a different account, and I'm going to match that bet. So if I come in, I got another account with some Bitcoin in it. And so what I'm going to do, so as you can see, the tables aren't populated for the other spreads, but when I come to 3.5, it has the spread of it, the game or the bet that I made previously in this demo. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks, and I'm also going to let's just do $1.50. or actually let's do 220. So this is going to not only fill this bet here, it's going to add another pending bet on the Seattle Seahawks side because we're going over the bet that was placed for the Minnesota Vikings. And again, it tells me my payout. So on both users, it gives notifications. This is a real-time system using WebSockets. So now, as you can see, the bet for the Minnesota Vikings was cleared, and the bet for the Seattle Seahawks was made, and there was an outstanding balance, so it created a pending bet, and now a bet of, let's say, 20 cents is waiting to be fulfilled. So now if we come back to the main screen, this is just kind of a fun feature I thought about adding, where this table here on the right will show the top 5 maximum bets. So right now the only bet, but also the biggest bet, is the bet between dummy user and user 1 for $2. But if you had a bunch of people using this, making thousands of bets, the top 5 amounts, bet amounts, would show up in this table here. If I come to orders here, it has my history. So I've got a pending bet of 20 cents. That was the excess bet, and then I have a match bet at $2 here. So another feature that I would like to show you is an API that I created that BetMaster exposes. So if I come over here to Postman and I use my API key, so I go to my account info, grab this key, put it into Postman, hit send, and I get all this data back, and it looks messy right now, but if we come into this validator, hit process. So what this data tells you is the games available to be bet on, the bets that have been made, the amount at each spread. And the reason I'm doing this is because I think it would be cool if you want to build like a quantitative model to algorithmically make bets. I'm exposing the data and just basically giving the data away for free, saying here's all my data, please go take it. And then I also have an API exposed to make a bet. And just for purpose of time, I'm not going to actually use it here, but again, you put your API key in, the game ID of the bet you want to bet on, your selection, home or away, the amount, and this is in US dollars, so in this case it would be USD, and then the spread that you would want to choose. So if I were to click send, it would actually make the bet, and it would, if I am on the betting page, so say if I wanted to make a bet on the Seattle Seahawks and the Minnesota Vikings, and I chose 3.5 spread, and I made the bet programmatically through Postman or whatever script, using whatever language you want to use, it would actually reflect that in the UI here. Every user would be able to see all the bets being made, whether it's the bets are being made through the GUI here or being made algorithmically through a script somewhere. So I think that's a cool feature that this offers. So now just going to wait for the game to finish. The game is at 8:15 here in about 20 minutes. So we'll come back to this demo whenever the game is finished. The game is completed, and I'm going to log in to the user that won the bet, dummy user here. So as you can see, the largest paired bets table got cleared out here because there's no current bets. The most recent games are available to bet on here if you want to bet on them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this orders tab. So as you can see here, I've got no pending bets, no match bets, but the completed bets, I won this bet since I placed Seahawks minus 3.5. The Seahawks versus Vikings finished at 37-30, so there was a 7-point difference. So dummy user won that bet. They got paid out, and the profit that they earned was $195. The price of Bitcoin has declined a little bit since since this bet was placed. And then on the right here, you can see the profit history. So right here, There's only one bet, so there's a data point here saying that you have $1.91 of profit. If you were to keep betting using this website, you would be able to track your history as you make more and more bets. And then this is your win percentage history. So right now it's 100% because the one bet that this user placed, they won. So that's about all the features I have to show you for BetMaster. Thanks for watching.